You're listening to the Dirt Racing Podcast.
Hello, welcome to this edition of the Dirt Racing Podcast, where it's a regular show. We start out with the Marshalltown Speedway and then wrap up with last night's Front Row Challenge. Over in the Marshalltown Speedway last week, we'll start with your modifieds. Picking up the win was the 5 of Todd Shute, second 48 Calden Higdon. The 19D of Don Murray was third, fourth the 77 T of Trip Gaylord, fifth the 53 of Logan Hermie Anderson, sixth the 05 of Paul Nagel, seventh the 75 Junior Chaz Baca, eighth was the 43S of Scott Savanovich, ninth the Colton Osborne in 72, 10th the 17 of Jared Timmerman, 11th Ryan Porter in the 14P. The rest did not finishes. Starting in 12th, the 96 of Cody Burrow. 13th, the 5G of Gat Lathrop. 14th was the 11X of Tom Berry. 15th, the 10K of Uncle Hansen. 16th, Trevor Fitz in the 2018. Griffin Taylor was in the 8 was 17th. 18th, the 21 of David Brown. Jesse Belize in the 81 was 19th. 20th, Xander Keelan in the 16, and the 40 RC Ron Clement was 21st. In the stock cars, your winner was the 99X of Dalton Murdy. Second, the 77 M of Jeff Mueller. Third, the 11 of Brady Richards. Fourth, the 19 of Jimmy Gustin. Fifth, the 30 M of Zach Vanderbeek. Sixth was the 41 of Thor Anderson. Seventh, 8M of Austin Minders. Eighth was the 7V of Braden Carter. Ninth was the 99D of Dalton Murray, or Damon Murray. 10th was the 14X of Austin Stroggy. 11th, the 17M of Jared Miller. The A1A of Austin Kaplan was in 12th. 13th, the 94 Steve Meyer. Chase Beckley in the 08 was 14th. 15th, Kevin Roberts in the 88. 16th was the 93 of Michael Jeanette. 17th, the 46 of JJ Bronzell. 18th, the 96 of Clay Erickson. 19th, the 94S of Dalton Solomon. 20th, the 33A of Chase Weimer. The rest did not finish his 21st to 50 of Robert Sulfur. Tommy Fain was 22nd in the F4, 23rd to 19J of Jay Smith, and 24th Dustin Canoe in the 56. In the Sport Mod, your winner was the 01 Brandon Carter, second 7W Lowell, third the K3 of Kyle Olson, fourth 19J Janae Gustin, fifth was the 8K of Austin Kemp, sixth was Luke Bird in 88, seventh was Caden Rice at 69K, eighth the 90 Tyler Carey, ninth Camden Haggard in the 95 was ninth, 10th Danny Feltelman in the 4D, 11th 37 Rob Jennings, 12th 18 of Justin Elmquist, 13th was the 8 of Tom Lathrop. The rest did not finish, or did not start. 14th 18B of Jackson Elmquist, 15th the 7M of Steve McLaughlin, and did not start credit with 16th the AT of Tony Johnson. In the hobby stocks, your winner was Eric Stanton in the 7B. Second, the 9 of Kobe Saban. Third, the 11B is Solomon Bennett. Fourth, the 55X of Cody Vanderwall. Well, Blair Kriegel in the 55K or the 17K was fifth. Sixth, the 2G of Bradley Graham. Braden Gifford in 22B was seventh. Eighth was Preston McDonald in the 6P. Ninth, Brandon Long in the 06B. 10th was the 88G of Spencer Homwood. Darren Duarte in the 47th was 11th. 12th was Jacob Wild in 77. 13th, Yasin Jaeger in the 81A. The rest did not finish his or did not. Did not finish his. 14th to 28th, Tucker Richardson. 15th was the 12K of Eric Knudsen, Eric with the C. 16th was the 22K of Kel Cook. 17th, the 99 of Eric Knudsen with the K. Eric with the K. 18th to 7 of Braden Fernini. 19th to 47 SW Sam West. Ray Hill was 20th in the 19. Clayton Soggy in the 7X was 21st. 22nd, the 9B of Larry Baldwin. Brad Graham in the 22G was 23rd. And 24th was the 48 Derek McNeese. In the Mon Lights, your winner was the 82 Charlie Brown, the 9 of Garrison Anderson. Grant Anderson in the 2G was third. Fourth, Alex Highshot in the 70. Fifth, the 48G of Austin Gray. Dylan Rafferty in the 46 was sixth. Seventh, the 46Z of Brian Ziem. Ben George in the 4G was eighth. Ninth was Colin Anderson in the 9XL. William Nobles in the 8M was 10th. 11th, Tristan Glick in the 5G. 12th, 18M of Chelsea Lardini. Terry Brown in the 28 was 13th. 14th, 11 of Ben Boslock. 15th was the 5 of Michael Dominguez. 16th, Derek Knudsen in the 99K X. Seth Brajas in the 23 was 17th, credited with 18th and did not start was the 3G of Joe Glick. And 19th, credited with did not start the 41 Michael Rafferty. Sport Comebacks, your winner was the $6 Spencer Rosentine. Second, the 89 Christian Grady. Third, the 46 of Michael Garner. Fourth, Campbell Kessler in the 87P. Fifth was the 11 of Caleb Hillenbrand. Blake Driscoll in the 31D was sixth. Seventh, the 61F of Tyler Fekalkorn. Nikita Rupp in 17 was eighth. Ninth was Daniel Gorder in 77. Dalton Sowers in the 22D was 10th. 11th, the GC7 of Garrett Breck. 12th, the 58 of Harrison Horn. 13th, that did not finish, was the 22C of Rob Cheney. And did not start in 14th, the 54J of Jeremy Williams. Those are the Marshalltown results. Over at the Hancock County Speedway, we'll start with their modifieds. Picking up the win was the 13 Jerry Flippo. Second, the 10 of Jeremy Mills. Third, the 74C of Clint Hillstat. Fourth was the 3 of Kelly Sharrock. Fifth, the 4 of Jason Bass. Sixth was the 75 of Greg Elliott. And seventh was Jamie Anderson, the 0. Braden Claiborne in the 2B was 8th. 9th was the 75H of Gary Hall. And 10th, and did not finish, was the 55 of Larry Hall. In the stock cars, Heath Tope was your winner in 50. Second, Kevin Opheim in 44K. Third is the 73 of Troy Swearengin. Lauren Frasica in the 46M was fourth. Fifth was the 3 of Kelly Sherrock. Sixth, Calvin Lang in 43. Seventh, the 154E of Carter Evans. Eighth, the 47 of Parker Stagel. Ninth, Chad Palmer in the 14. 10th, the 2 of Lane Landhier. Blaine Hansen in the 55B was 11th. The rest did not finish or did not start until 12th. We in the 14W, David Wickman. And Jason Belize, the 3S, was 13th and did not start. And 14th, the 3P of Peter Alexander. In the sport module, winner was 85 Dustin West. Second, the 86 of Randy Cram. Third, it was Alex Fett. And 08. Fourth, 64 Drew Fett. Fifth, Nate Albert in the 88N. Sixth, Summer Grady in the 10. Seventh with 5, Jay and Jacob Teschney. Doug McAuliffe in the 1 was 8th. Ninth, the 2 of Kobe Grady. 10th, the 40 of George Goland. In the IMCA hobby stocks, your winner was the T8 of Brandon Nielsen. Second was Jade Lang. Third was Brandon Shearer in 27. Fourth, the 48 of Steve Wickman. Chris Krug in the 91 was 5th. 6th was this $25 sign of Joshua Mutson. Nash Palmer in the 17 was in 7th. 8th, the 51 of Ethan Dirks. 9th, the 14 L Lucas Smith. Jacob Mutson in the 25 was 10th. 11th was Jace Hansen in the 3 junior. 12th, the 5K of Jeremy True. The 35 of Blaine Smith. 14th was 28 of Jay Seidels. The rest did not start or did not finishes. 15th, the 4W of Mark White. 16th, the 11 of Grant Hughlin. And credited with 17th and did not start was the 24W of Doug Wickman. In the Outlaw Hobby stocks, your winner was the $25 sign, Joshua Mason. Second was Jacob Mason in the 25. Third was Oliver Mason in the 5. Fourth was Brandon Sheeran, 27. Derek Barzloff in the 33 was 5th. 6th, the 91 of Chris Krug. Greg Lammers in 99 was 7th. 8th was the T8 of Brandon Nielsen. 9th and did not finish the 56 of Jake Blah. And 10th and did not start was the 136 of Tanner Green. Over at the 34 Raceway last Saturday. We'll start with your 305s. Picking up the win was the 27 Aya Tanner Gebhardt. Second, the 27 Cody Worley. Third, the B8 of John Bernard. Fourth was the 52H of Cole Hemerson. Fifth was the Ian Stewart in the 16 HD. Sixth, the 88 of Riley Scott. Seventh, the 41X of Jeff Wilkie. Eighth, the 0 Mike Mayberry. Ninth, the 9L Lincoln Martin. 10th, the 35 of Kevin Hendrick. The rest did not finishes or did not start. 11th, the 51J of Blaine Jameson. And 12th, the 7B of Nick Guernsey. And did not start. 13th was the 25Y of Brett Yeager. In the modified 53, Logan Herbie Anderson was your winner. Second, the 9Z Chris Zog. Third, the 500 Bill Roberts. Fourth, the 71 of Dennis Levine. Fifth, the 57 of Dustin Smith. Sixth, Danny Brown in the 20. Seventh was the 7W Mark Winkle. The rest are did not finishes or did not starts. Eighth was the 32H of Skylar Haroon. Ninth, the 96 of Matt Lundry. 10th, the 05 of John Oliver. And did not start in line at the 44X of Blaze Lewis. In the sport mod, your winner was the 117 Dylan Van Wyk. Second, the 55 of Dustin Griffiths. Third, the 22V of Jared Vandenberg. Fourth, the 12S of Sean Wyatt. Fifth was Matt Tucker in double zero. Sixth to 7J of Justin Huber. Seven was the 55J of Grady Jones. The rest did not finishes in 8th to 13 of Travis Tidrow. Ninth was the 22 R Shane Mansell. And 10th, the 24 of Chase Johnson. In the stock cars, your winner was John Oliver. Second, 10G Dustin Griffiths. Third, the C4 Corey Sosserman. Fourth, the 17 Emma Jared Miller. Fifth was Trenton Wett in 33. Sixth, Blake Woodruff in the 87. Seventh, the 75 Austin Kemper. Derek Shawan in the 11M was 8. Ninth was Brandon Kissinger in the 28. And the rest did not finish and did not start. The 97 of Robert Burns was 10th, 11th, the 17U of Chuck Underwood, and credited with 12th and did not start the 01 of Doak Allen. In the sport compacts, your winner was 17 Darren Smith, second 57 Barry Taft, third the 2 of Tim Staunton Horse, fourth the 2X of TJ Wimels, the 226 Jeremy Lee, and sixth and did not finish was the 38 Brandon Crawley. In the dirt late models, your winner, the 53 of Dustin Smith. The 93 of Jay Johnson was second. Third was the 52J Jeremy Punt. The 2 junior was fourth and Jesse Bowden. Fifth, the 30 of Curtis Glover. Sixth was the 07 Ray Raker. Seventh, the 7B Mark Bertorth. Eighth was the W56 Gary Webb. The rest did not finish as ninth, 84 Sam Halstead. And Hollenbeck in 39 was 10th, and 11th was Kyle Hollenbeck in 42. Before we get to the Federal Challenge, upcoming racing action on other tracks. It's Marshalltown will be in action on Friday evening with Mod Lights, Sport Mods, Sport Compacts, Stock Cars, Hobby Stocks, and Modifieds. Over at the Hancock County Speedway, it is 2 nights of racing action with the Night of 1,000 Stars, Night 1 on August 8th, with the IMCA Modifieds, IMCA Stock Cars, Sport Mods, IMCA Hobby Stocks, and the Outlaw Hobby Stocks. Night 2 would be on the 9th with the same class of modified stock cars, sport mods, IMCA Hobby Stocks, and Outlaw Hobby Stocks. And over at the CJ Speedway will be makeup featured races. The season championship will be completed after the fair race back on July 24th. 34 Raceway would be off this coming week for the Knoxville Nationals. And that's been your local tracks that are racing. Now back to last night at the Front Row Challenge, where 26 cars took part for the 410s and 19 race savers in and we'll give you all the what quick time was Kyle Larson. We'll give you everybody's a lot of prizes, but $500 to Larson as being quick time last night. His time was 15:5:53. We'll give you the full rundown. As quick time was Kyle Larson. Second quick was Austin McCarl in the 88 at 15:7:19. Third quick was 5W Lucas Wolf at a 15:7:32. Fourth was the 14 BC of Corey Day at a 15:8:01. Fifth was Anthony Macri in the 39M at a 15:8:03. Chase Dietz was sixth quick in the 23D at a 15:8:31. Seventh was the 55, the Batman Kerry Matson at a 15:8:41. Eighth was the 21M or 21 of Brian Brown at a 15:8:43. Ninth was the 71P, the law firm Parker Price Miller at a 15:8:56. 10th was the 41 of Carson Macedo at a 15:8:92. 11th, 27B, Jake Bubeck at 15:9:81. 12th was the 63 of JJ Hinkle at a 16:007. 13th, the 10 of Ryan Timms at a 16:013. 14th was the 83 of Michael Buddy Kilfoy at a 16:032. 15th, the 12X of Hank Davis at a 16:046. 16th, the 21T of James McFadden at a 16:060. 17th, the 67W of Justin Whale at a 16:086. 18th was the 25 of Tim Kane at 16:139. 19th, the 45C of Derek Hagar at 16:188. 20th, the 17 GP of Tim Schaefer at a 16:242. 21st, the 99 of Skylar G at a 16:289. 22nd was the 36 of Jason Martin at 16:329. 23rd, the 16G of Austin Gossel at 16:355. 24th was the 24 of Carson McCarl at a 16:385. 25th, the 67 of Jonathan Hughes at 17:060. And 26th, the 3 of Aaron Janton with no time. As the Heat Race winners, this is what they got: stiff titanium set of bird cages, $700 50 value, $250 to certificate to HRP, $200 from Pit Pal, $100 from Dangus's, $400 filtration filter box, $500 winners front hubs. Second place in each heat race got a box of tear-offs from Ultra Shield. In heat race 1 went to James McFadden, second to Kerry Matson, third Carson Macedo, fourth Ryan Timms, fifth Kyle Larson, sixth Corey Day, seventh Jason Martin, eighth Derek Hagar, and ninth Jonathan Hughes. In the heat race number 2 was Anthony Macri, second Michael Buddy Kilfoy, third Justin Whittle, fourth Jake Guvac, fifth Austin McCall, sixth Tim Schaefer, seventh Austin Gossel, and did not start. Eighth was Brian Brown, and ninth Ayrton Jettison. The third and final heat race went to Tim Kading, second Hank Davis, third Parker Price Miller, fourth J.J. Hinkle, fifth Lucas Wolf, sixth Chase Dietz, seventh Skylar G, and eighth Carson McCall. In the foot race, it was $1,500 to win, $500 for second, $200 to start. In the final, it was Corey Day winning, Kerry Matson second, Parker Price Miller third, and Anthony Macri was fourth. In the feature event was the Kyle Larson winning it, second Corey Day, third James McFadden, fourth Michael Buddy Kilfoy, fifth Ryan Timms, sixth Carson Macedo, seventh Austin McCall, eighth Parker Price Miller, ninth Derek Hagar, 10th the Skylar G, 11th Jake Kuback, 12th JJ Hinkle, 13th Kerry Matson, 14th Ayrton Jettison, 15th Justin Whittle, 16th Chase Dietz, 17th Tim Kading, 18th Lucas Wolf, 19th Tim Schaefer, 20th Hank Davis, 21st Jason Martin, 22nd Austin Gossel, 23rd Jonathan Hughes, 21st Anthony Macri, 25th Carson McCall, and 26th Brian Brown, as McCall and Brown did not start. Lap leaders was day 1 through 11. Kyle Larson was 12 through 30. The KSC steering pump and $1,000 DKW transport hard charger was Ryan Timms. Wayne Purdy won the Snap-on mechanic of the race, a lithium impact set. The $500 highest finished Midwest Golf Carts highest finishing Knoxville regular was Ryan Timms. The Knoxville Hoosier right rears went to Ryan Timms, Austin McCall, J.J. Hinkle. $1,000 from Hoseheads and JS Classics for the highest finishing posse driver was Justin Riddle. $1,000 Camden Signs and Services. Highest Aussie driver was James McFadden. The new Forged Steel steering and spindles and front hubs from Smith Titanium went to Kyle Larson. HRP gift certificates. Kyle Larson 300, Corey Day 200, James McFadden 100. The elite top wing top 5 in the main was Ryan Timms. In the Streetcar Unlimited.com $1,000 mystery spot was Kerry Matson. In the race savers, there's he race number 1 went to 28 of Mandy Miller. Second was the 17 Lee Ghost. Third Trevor Servison 24. Fourth the 41 Jeff Wilkie. Fifth was Tyler Davenport in the 12U. Sixth was Casey Fredrickson in the 2. Seventh Jordan Knight in the 88. Brody Brown is an 8th in the 15. Ninth was the 43 of Jake Greenwood. And did not finish in 10th was the 12P of Ryan Nevertall. Heat race number 2 went to the 12 John Lamberts. Second, the 15 vehicle Vanderheide. Third was Logan Moore. Fourth was in the 6th. Fourth was the 69 of Mike Moore. Fifth, the 14C of Mike Trent. Sixth, the 99 of Brandon Grubel. Seventh, Dylan Waxdahl in the X. Landy Moore in the 9 was 8th. and did not finish in ninth. The 24 of Rawson. In the feature, it was Lee Gosher winner, second Trevor Service, third Jeff Wilkie, fourth Logan Moore, fifth John Lambert, sixth Mike Moore, seventh Mike Trent, eighth Casey Fraction, ninth Jordan Knight, 10th Cole Vanderheiden, 11th Jake Greenwood, 12th Tyler Davenport, 13th Devin Wextall, 14th Braden Grubel, 15th Brody Brown, 16th Lady Moore, 17th Maddie Miller, 18th Rob Lawson, and did not start was Ryan Evatol, 19th. Ghost Lab 1 through 15, the hard charger was Greenwood. And that will wrap up this edition of the Dirt Racing Podcast. We'll see you tomorrow, and it will be between midnight and 6 when it's posted for tomorrow's preview and history lesson for the Knoxville Nationals and preview night number 1. This has been another edition of the Dirt Racing Podcast. Thanks for listening.
Thank you for listening to the Dirt Racing Podcast with Marshall Hain. Follow us on Twitter at Dirt_Podcast or on Facebook at the Dirt Racing Podcast.